When I start shooting, all y'all gonna clear out.
At long last, we have the emergency patch and the release date. It will happen on Thursday, April 17th, around 11 a.m. Japanese Standard Time. You guys can translate that into whatever country you're from, the time, and you can be prepared. In this video, we will look at the patch notes and everything that they're talking about. But before that, first subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. I appreciate everyone who's done so over the past couple of basically the whole lifespan of the channel. I really do appreciate it. Balance adjustment policy for version 2.00.02. The development team acknowledges the following Season 2 version update, the overall game balance has shifted too heavily towards offense. You don't say that the game has shifted too heavily. We told them. Okay, look. First sentence, and I'm ready to crash out. We told them. We sincerely apologize that the actual balance change did not align with the development intentions and policy previous communicated to the players. They apologize. We deeply regret not being able to address the improvement and adjustments that the community had hoped for. I did a poll asking whether or not the boycott and all that stuff would work, and a lot of people said no. A lot of people had no faith, but wow. It looks like it's working. Moving forward, we are committed to distinguish between issues that can be addressed quickly and issues that require more time and community feedback for proper review. We will implement a step-by-step update process to improve the game experience. In this coming update, we will fix known issues and begin with a balanced review based on the following policy. So this part here, they'll be talking about things that they're going to be doing specifically in this update. This is the Thursday update. What do they have planned to emergency fix this game? We already know about the jack, we already know about the chip damage reduction, and we know about the Paul Phoenix, but what else? It says 1. Increase the maximum health value to help mitigate situations where matches are decided through overly one-sided momentum. In the light of current damage environment tending towards inflation driven by offense, heavy game balance, and increased aerial combo damage, the maximum health value will be increased. This adjustment is intended to ease the situation where matches are too. I don't like this change. I know there was a lot of people who wanted this. I believe Arsenal and Ash may be one of them. I think Gerlanda was another, but I don't like this. The reason why is because so the problem is combos kill basically one shot. And that's the only thing that matters is combos. But when you add more health to the game, poking is reduced. A poke does like 5 health, 10 health. And if you add 50 more health, now that poke is only going to do like 2, like 3. It's going to be more, and it's going to incentivize even more combos. I don't know. I hope this is a band-aid and this is not the full thing, right? Number 2 says gradually adjustments to overly high reward moves. This update will address the overall inflation of attack strength and combo damage by implementing adjustments that can be done quickly to moves that provide excessive reward. We recognize that the game-wide issues rather than problem limit to specific characters. We plan to continue reviewing and tuning these aspects progressively. So here they're saying that this is basically the whole entire game and it's not a character by character thing, right? And that's kind of just speaks to how far they pushed it, you know, and that's why people were so upset. It's like they turned the whole game into like madness. Every character has been pushed so far. The one thing I don't understand is why did they give every character tailspins when they saw how destructive that was when Yoshimitsu and Dragunov was doing it, right? Now, every character is like Season 1 Yoshi and Dragunov, and it just doesn't make sense. You should only be able to do one tailspin per combo, and I really think you shouldn't even be able to screw and tailspin. You should have to pick between the two, and that would make the combo system more unique because you could choose which route you want to go. Do you want to screw? Do you want to tailspin? Doing both turns the combos into what we're seeing now. The example that they give is of adjustments included to this update. Balance adjustments to high performance moves that can repeatedly create advantageous situations and lead to one-sided gameplay. Adjustments to the move disproportionately high reward compared to their risk, ensuring fair risk and balance. This here is referring to those moves that you can loop into themselves over and over and over again. All characters have it, but there's some characters who do it to an extreme degree. One of those characters, we don't have to talk about Jack 8. Another character that I think is important to highlight is Jin Kazama. Jin Kazama had dive kicks that dominated TWT finals. That is something that players highlighted all across Twitter. But then with season 2, they did nerf that move, but then he has another kick that he can do. I believe the stance is Zen, and he could just put you into that loop over and over and over. Those clips have went viral since the release of season 2, and I'm pretty sure you've seen Jin, because I'm gonna do that to multiple different players. But there's other characters who could do it as well, like a Leo, like a Nina, etc. Right? Heihachi has his own variation. I haven't been playing Tekken 8 that much, so I can't speak to all the characters who could do it. But a lot of characters can do it, and a lot of characters give you no chance to survive. And that's something that they want to tackle here. Number 3 says, rebalancing the offense and defense aspects of the heat system. Currently, the benefits gained by attacking players through heat are considered too great. The following adjustments have been made. Revised damage scaling when using heat dash to suppress combo damage inflation. Adjusted frame advantage on hit engager, maintaining benefits for the attacker while allowing the defender more opportunities to respond. This is also an interesting one because the developers are going after the ability to do heat dash mid combo and get insane amount of damage. We saw every character literally turn into season 1 Yoshi, and everyone's putting up 120 plus damage. And I was wondering how this was going to develop over the course of months of experimenting with, but it's good to see that the developers aren't allowing that to happen, and they're trying to step in and shut these combos down. And then they're talking about how they're going to adjust the frames on heat engagers. They want to maintain the benefits for the attacker, but they want to give the defender more opportunities. Because this is something Michael Murray told us. He told us that this game is about offense, it's about aggression, and we want to stick to that. And you can still see that trace there where they want to maintain the benefits, but they do want to give the defenders an opportunity to fight back. Like, you die in this game for no mistake of your own. You just die for simply existing. The chip damage, the plus frames, guessing consistently, you're cooked, and they want to adjust that. And then additionally, adjustments have been made to chip damage as follows. Reduce additional chip damage during heat. Change the system so that moves which already deal chip damage do not receive extra chip while in heat. On the topic of chip damage, this one's an interesting one because multiple different games have chip damage, and I believe that Tekken could have a version of chip damage and it'd be perfectly fine, but the way that they implement it is so egregious. First, let's talk about Ultra Instinct. Second, let's just talk about the Anna purple smoke thing. But then two, you just talk about how you have these plus frame loops that have big chip on them. And it's just so oppressive to the gameplay, and it consumes. If they really tweak the numbers and they make chip that's something more fair, I do think it could work. But just, we have seen so many variations of it where it just ruins the gameplay. Future update will also include adjustments to the amount of chip damage dealt by individual moves. As I read this sounds great. This sounds like the way that they should have been talking with season 2. And you could talk about their philosophy this, their philosophy that, but it's weird that they didn't perceive these moves being so powerful and so consuming. And this is why players were talking about, did you balance test this? There's no way you balance test this because it's just, they're God tools. Everyone has a God tool. It really is happy to see that they're saying this, but it sucks that the game had to get review bombed for a third time, boycotted, and all of those other things. It sucks. Hopefully this is the moment of recovery though. It says future balance adjustments. In the next update planned for mid-May, adjustments will include reducing air combo damage and reevaluating the performance of heat bursts. Additionally, we will continue to review issues that could not be addressed in this update, such as moves that constantly create advantageous situations leading to one-sided matches, attacks with disproportionately high reward relative to their risk. What this sounds like is the moves that are just super powerful. God tools, plus on block, without heat necessary. But that's something that they want to tackle in a future update. And it will be interesting to see how they do it, because when you talk about all of the new moves that they put into the game and how problematic they all are, a lot of people are saying revert the update because we can't perceive a way that you can make those moves balance. And also those moves are very corrupting of many characters' identity and many characters' personality, right? And how do you balance those moves in a way that allows the gameplay to flow, but also for the characters to express themselves? It says, moving forward, we remain committed to incorporating player feedback and focus on resolving cases of overly dominant characters' performance and interactions that results in one-sided gameplay. This is most certainly something that they should have been saying at the start, and it sucks that they had to, mess up this badly in order to, understand, right? I think this is a good response from the developers. I wish this could have been how they were speaking with the season 2 update and not after the fact, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and bye-bye.